Hello everybody, Lana the Human here back again with Gabriel Knight, and we last left off with the voodoo party. That went a little wrong. We found Malia there, and she's kind of sort of the head of this underground voodoo cartel that's murdering people all these years. Supposedly, we don't know the whole story, so we might just be jumping to conclusions, but anyway, Grace saved our ass totally, and Gabriel kind of hardly acknowledged that. But, I can kind of understand he's been a bit distracted. But anyway, Grace suggested that we get back in touch with our good old Uncle Wolfgang with this long-ass German phone number. So we're going to give him a call. 4909-324-333. I remember, I've played this song and dance before. Is that the phrase? Can you play a song and dance? I don't even know. Turn on the phone. 490932.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht?
Uncle Wolfgang,
This is
now.
Gabriel Knight. Can I speak to Wolfgang, please?
Ja, Herr Knight. Einen Moment, bitte.
Gabriel, it's so good to hear your voice. I had such a dream last night.
There's a good reason for that, Uncle Wolfgang. We need to talk.
Gabriel fills in Wolfgang on the events of the previous evening.
It is even worse than I thought.
You bet it is. We have to talk about what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, look at Uncle Wolfgang in the shadows. However, he has a very long, sexy ponytail, which is pretty cool for an older guy, if I do say so myself. We might as well ask him about Tetelo.
Tell me about Tetelo.
Well, from your description of the ritual last night, I'd say that Gunther's mistress, Tetelo, is now the primary Loa for the Gedde tribe. It seems she still controls them by possessing her female descendants and speaking through them. Do you remember in Gunther's journal he said that Tetelo was possessed by her father's Loa during the killings in Charleston?
This sounds similar, but Tetelo has obviously become a much more powerful Loa than her father ever was. Probably because of the added power of the talisman.
Kind of a vindictive family, huh?
Let's talk about the talisman.
I myself have only seen it in old sketches and paintings, and in my dreams. It was in the family for centuries before Tetelo took it. It is believed to be as old as the role of Schattenjäger itself. The talisman has genuine power. I don't know how or why, but it is so. The Schattenjäger swore to use the power for good, never for evil. For defense, not offense. Since it fell into Tetlo's hands, I'm afraid to think what the power has been used for, or what it will be used for in the future. With the talisman, Tetlo has all the power and we none. The only possible way to fight her is to regain the talisman. Then we will at least be on more equal footing.
How do I get to the talisman?
How can we regain the talisman?
We've been searching for the talisman for years, ever since we lost it. It's a terrible thing to know that something powerful that was entrusted to us is in the wrong hands. The talisman is probably buried with Tetelo's remains. That's what gives her Loa so much power.
Tetelo's remains.
How would we find Tetelo's remains?
Ha! We have pondered that question a long time, we Ritters. There are two probabilities. The first is that her remains are with the tribe at their current location. The other is that the remains were returned to a sacred place near the tribe's original homeland. We've tried to locate Tetelo's African homeland, but Gunther says so little in his journal about her tribe, and slaving records are practically non-existent. Also, Tetelo's tribe was utterly destroyed in its African form in the late 17th century. There was nothing like a census in Africa then. As for the other idea, we had no clue as to where Tetlo's people went after fleeing Charleston. Until now.
Did they go to the African homeland?
Let's discuss the possible African homeland.
All right. Have you learned anything that might help us locate it?
I spoke with the Professor Hartridge, unfortunately for him. He thinks the tribe's name was Agri, and that they lived near the Fon tribe in what is now called the People's Republic of Benin.
That is incredible, Gabriel. I must go research this new information in my library right now.
Okay.
Wait, what should I do?
Stay low. If you get a chance, you might look into the possibilities that Tetlo's remains are somewhere in New Orleans. But don't try to broach their private areas without my assistance, Gabriel. You will make a fine Schattenjäger, but only if you are not dead.
Sure, I'll wait.
Goodbye then, Gabriel. And remember, if you need a place of safety, come to Schloss Ritter.
Goodbye, Uncle Wolfgang.
Well, it looks like I have an uncle if I ever need some comfort. Some German comfort. That doesn't sound right at all. Sorry. Alright. I guess I'll talk to Gracie. Gracie.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Because I'm too lazy to do it myself.
Sure. What?
Yep. Oh, I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Mensajes?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Come on, Grace. I don't know what else to do. What else could I possibly do right now? Oh, I can read the newspaper, right? I want to read the newspaper, not stare at it blankly.
Times-Picayune, dated June 24th, 1993. There's nothing about the voodoo murders case in the papers today. Gabriel finds a humorous tidbit under the Life is Stranger Than Fiction column. Apparently, there were reports of ghosts in the Bayou Saint-Jean last night. Various people called the newspaper with stories about hearing strange noises and seeing weird lights over the swamp. Some folks claim it's the ghost of Marie Laveau. The paper relates it to similar delusions that crop up every Halloween. Gabriel's horoscope today reads, "Wise is the warrior who knows when to fight and when to get the hell out of dodge."
God help me, I'm actually starting to listen to this guy.
Alrighty. Well, I'm guessing we're probably gonna go to Germany pretty soon. Guess we can touch base with Mosley and do some other stuff. This is all gonna be pretty interesting. Maybe I can do some research and actually read around here. But anyway, let's mull over that for a little while until the next episode, in which we'll try and figure out some more about the history of this whole thing. Thanks for watching. See you next time.